judgment? It's like meditation.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's my thing as much.
Okay.
I'm good on the sleep one. That one for
so
sure.
Sleep is definitely one we'll pick, and massage therapy would be another option.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to get massages all the time. I'm worried it'd be really expensive. That's like the main thing.
Okay, so cost is a barrier, and we actually have some reduced and free massage options.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So that could be one. And there's also positive social activities and healthy weight management as well. Either of those jump out at you?
Well, like the social ones, again, I think I like have that down. Like the weight thing, I mean, I think it's because I'm not exercising, so those are like kind of tied together for me.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay. So just in terms of what you have said, what you mentioned beforehand, it sounds like the sleep was definitely one to pursue.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's been a big problem.
Okay, and then maybe, I don't know, low to moderate intensity exercise as a possibility, even though you said like it's hard for you to envision what exactly that would look like.
Yeah.
Or some massage therapy.
Let's do the exercise one because I like do really miss that.
Okay, great. So let's start with that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a concrete plan about these two activities that we've chosen. So the first activity is low to moderate intensity exercise. So that can be things like walking or swimming, and it's going to be important for you to start small, right? Because we don't want to get in the cycle of you, like you're saying, I run, if I jog, I'm in so much pain.
The next day, yeah.
Yeah. So would running, what kind of running, swimming, or sorry, not running, walking, swimming?
I mean, I could probably do walking. I think I could do walking with Sammy in the carriage maybe when I'm watching him.
Okay.
That seems realistic because like swimming would be great, but I don't think I have the time to like just like not work or not be with Sammy and then going to the gym. Okay. So I feel like walking with him in the carriage is more realistic.
Okay, that sounds good. So walking, and how many times do you want to walk with Sammy in the carriage?
I could do it Tuesdays. I could do it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are like those would be the times.
Okay, so 2 times a week. And are you doing that at all right now, or would this be? No,
not specifically. Yeah, we do other. I mean, we'll like play around, but not like going for long walks or anything.
Okay, and how long do you think you want to do? Right, we want to be in that spot of kind of getting out and getting some exercise, but not doing so much that you're going to be in a lot of pain. Kind of starting small and manageable at first. How many minutes do you think?
Maybe we'll walk to the park and back, which is probably like 20 minutes total. Like both, like there and back is 20 minutes total, I think.
Okay, that seems manageable. And then if sort of that aggravates your back a lot, right, you could scale it back and start smaller. But for now, 2 times a week for 20 minutes. You said you'll do it with Sammy in the carriage and don't need to make contact with the service provider. How confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that you could follow through with this?
Like 10 is like the most confident.
Yeah, 10 being, I'm definitely going to do this, no doubt.
Probably like an 8.
An 8,
just realistically.
Okay, and what would make that number higher?
Gosh. I guess if what would make that number higher? I guess if I like was really committed to doing it instead of just thinking like maybe I will do this. If I like was very sure like I wanted to do these things, I think then maybe that could make it higher.
So if you felt more sure about it, and what do you think would help you make feel sure?
I guess telling my fiance that like this is what I'm gonna do, and then he'll probably like ask about it. I mean, not in like a weird way, but just like, hey, did you do that thing you said you were gonna do? Okay,
so it sounds like helping you follow through with this by talking with other people could be an avenue to make you feel more sure, or make you feel more confident.
And then people know if you don't do it. So.
Yeah, that is true. They do. It's like an accountability partner, right?
Okay. Yeah, that would probably make it more likely.
Okay. So do you think you'd be willing to do that? Share that with somebody?
Yeah, sure. I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I could do that.
Okay, great. And then the second activity that we talked about was the behavioral methods to improve sleep, right? And so we have kind of a list of resources on here that have some information about sleep habits and sleep strategies, and then we also have a program called Shut Eye, and there's a discount for family medicine patients. So in terms of behavioral methods to improve sleep, we have those two resources, but I'm also just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your sleep schedule, when you go to sleep, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to sleep anywhere between like 10:30 and probably like 2 realistically. And then usually get up like probably about the same time every day, because that when Sammy wakes up. But going to sleep is definitely, it depends how much work I have or what's going on during the day.
Okay, so you're going to bed at a different time.
Yeah.
Each night.
Yeah, and like half the time I fall asleep with the lights on because I'm like doing something and I just like fall asleep. So that would probably help if it was dark.
Yeah, those things are, it can seem sort of, it's really, like you're saying, it's hard when you have an sort of a different schedule each day, but those things can actually really help with sleep cycles and can help sort of regulate your sleeping patterns, which may kind of help you sleep through the night as well. And so I'm wondering if it might be helpful, in addition to maybe looking at some of these resources, if you could sort of commit to going to bed at the same time each night, or in a certain range, if you'd be able to do that, or...
Yeah, I could probably do, I've obviously been wanting to get more sleep. I could probably do before midnight. I don't think realistically I could do any earlier than that.
Okay.
But that would still be midnight to like 8, so that wouldn't be that bad.
Okay, so maybe your second activity would be behavioral methods to improve sleep, and you would go to bed before midnight, go to sleep before midnight.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that. It's just hard with work sometimes.
Okay, so, and you'll do that 7 nights a week, just during the week?
I guess I'll say the weekdays. Weekends not really as, usually that's not as bad, I think, but I guess if there was something I wanted to stay up late for, I want to make room for that. So we'll say weekdays, so 5 nights a week.
Okay, 5 nights a week. And it is, just important to know too that as much as you can keep going to bed at the same time each night, it's helpful. Sometimes people get totally out of whack on the weekends if they go way too far past that range.
Yeah.
But it sounds like doing 5 times a week would be manageable. And it sounds like you'll do this in your bedroom, I'm assuming.
Oh, going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to fall asleep on the couch, but I actually don't do that anymore, so that was a big improvement.
Okay. So in your bedroom, and what was my other? Do you, in terms of like the lights off in your bedroom, will it be in a dark bedroom? Do you want to commit to turning the lights off, or?
That just means I have to work not in my bedroom. That's the main thing, because I'll just be like working and like lay down for a second because I'm tired, and then I'll fall asleep. So I guess I could just work downstairs instead of working at the desk in my room.
Okay. And would that feel manageable?
Yeah, this is stuff I've been like wanting to do. It's just hard to make it happen sometimes. So yeah, no, that feels possible.
Okay, great. So the plan would be to go to bed before midnight and in your bedroom with the lights off.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Yeah. Well, it's hard, like you're saying. It's hard when you're juggling a lot of different things. And how confident are you? We talked about some of the barriers already. How confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that you could do this?
Yeah, I think that's like a 5 because it's something I've been trying to do but haven't been able to make it happen. So realistically, I think it's like a 5.
Okay, a 5. And what would make that number higher?
Probably. I guess not keeping my phone in my bedroom, because I'll like stay up reading or doing other things. So if I charged my phone like outside and didn't have it, I'd be less likely to like stay up like checking emails or reading like stuff on the internet or whatever. Okay. So, and do you think that's something you could do, is keep the phone? Because you're taking a lot of different, it sounds like you're going to work outside. Yeah, it is like a lot of things to change, so just, they're all good ideas. I'm just worried it's like too many things. Yeah. But what do you think would be the most important? Probably working downstairs, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And would that make your number go from a 5 to
higher, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm working when like other people are working in the house, that would be okay.
Okay, and then, you know, these are just what we talked about here, going to bed at the same time each night, the lights off, right? Those are just some of the behavioral strategies. So what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna write down, you can see in our packet, we have these resources here too, and I'm gonna write those down here as well.
Okay.
In case for you to look at.
Okay. No, thanks, that's good.
Yeah, and, you know, those sound like really positive steps for you to take, and I think you're really thoughtful about kind of what changes to make and also what might be too much and too many changes. And I'm going to give you a copy of this plan to take home, in addition to the name of some providers to call related to therapy if that's something that you decide to do.
Okay.
And after we finish, I'll put these goals and activities in your chart, and then your doctor can follow up with you about them.
Okay.
And, you know, the other thing is this packet has a variety of different resources, so there may be additional things that you find useful or helpful, and feel free to use those. And the other thing is if you're trying these activities, like in particular the exercise, right, and you notice your pain getting worse or a change or it doesn't feel safe.
I would just stop or do less or something.
Yeah, or you could, you know, consult with your doctor about them to make sure that you're doing it in a way that's manageable and safe.
Okay.
Okay.
I could do that.
And how do you feel about your plan?
I mean, I feel good about it. Like, these are all things I want to do and I think are a good idea. I'm like worried that life is going to get in the way, but like these would be good things to do if I were able to do them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could see how they would be positive, and part of it is kind of a little bit of what we did here today, like thinking about what are the barriers, and then just maybe picking one thing or one specific thing to change so that it's not so overwhelming. And how has it felt talking here today?
I mean, it felt fine. Like, I guess it's sort of depressing to talk about like all these things you're not doing that you should be doing. But I mean, it felt okay.
Mm-hmm. So in some ways it felt like, well, look at all this stuff that I'm not doing. Yeah, well, and I, you know, like I said beforehand, you were already doing a lot of things on this list to manage your pain. So this is coming up with additional ways above and beyond what you're already doing to help you with your pain, because right, we want you to feel better, and so this is part of that process. So it was nice to meet you, and if you know, you'll have our card, this plan, and if you have any questions, you can give us a call here, and I'll have my name.